go home.
Oh my goodness. Make up your mind.
I want to go home.
Will you keep moving, Sarah?
Just want to go home.
Come on.
Let's go home.
So what is home?
Fired our guns and the British kept a coming. Wasn't as many as there was a while ago.
For as long as I can remember, Saturday mornings have meant produce, flowers, and crafts served up in a bath of warm sunshine accompanied by live music. And what better way to buy these things than directly from the grower in this unique experience?
On the drum, stepped so high, heard the bugle ring. Could be cider, cotton bills, didn't say a thing. We fired our guns and the British kept a coming. Wasn't as many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and the Navy went a running. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Up, 2, 3, 4. Well, they ran through the grass and they ran through the gravel and they ran through the bushes there. Up, 2, 3. They ran so fast and the hounds couldn't catch them. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Up, 2, 3, 4.
For a handful of those precious summer afternoons, Old Town also hosts cruise nights. It brings in a great mix of cars, and once again it's supported by live music. Right down the road, there are some pretty serious hot rods, and one of them's getting a restoration of legend.
And among the many owners who had the airplane was Bob Six, who used to own Continental Airlines. Seems like a long, long time ago that the guys actually started it. Way back in '92.
Only been on this project 12 years, so I'm relatively new to it as compared to Mark Russell. Mark's been involved in the project for over 20 years.
It's uncountable the hours that they've worked on this airplane.
He is correct. With over 100,000 man-hours invested, this Marine bomber's painstaking reconstruction and refitting is literally historical in itself. And every so often we're lucky enough to hear history told firsthand.
I had a 7-man crew, and our destination was an island called Camarillo, low-level emissions. They were the fun ones. We were right at treetop level, all of our guns blazing. The PBJ, which is the plane I flew for several hundred hours, I never had one fail me.
Are any of the guys still around?
Not of that crew.
Well, after a summer session of being coached by an all-star big leaguer, the girls knew what to do with a baseball bat. Or oranges.
We have over 700 people in attendance here today. This is our first ever Camarillo Old Town Wine Walk.
Sometimes Old Town Camarillo swings open its doors with culinary and wine tasting events. Many of the shops participate, and each one features a different winery. With over 700 people walking around and drinking wine, there's a ton of people watching. Art is part of it, but not all art is heard or hung. Some is worn, like Rock and Edge. This place makes clothing that's worn by many of rock and roll's elite.
50 ways to leave your lover. Just about the back of town. Make a new plan stand.
Wonder is as far as I will go. So I probably lose myself in all the pictures and end up being someone I don't know. I love the miles between me and the city. I quietly imagine every street. I'm glad I've only pictured it. She never found probably best I stay in Indiana. Just dreaming of the world as it should be. And every day is a battle to convince myself that I'm glad she never found love.
Right in the middle of town, Constitution Park packs in thousands for the summer concert series. All types of music get featured, as well as family films. The open-air venue showcases some of California's best weather, and that's saying something. So pack a picnic, get your lawn chairs, and check out an outdoor concert. There's a good chance your neighbors are there too.
Good to see you, boys. I'll make it quick. It's great to be here at the Camarillo Airport with thousands of Americans celebrating our aviation history, paying tribute to the greatest generation and the men and women that served in our armed forces today. I came through, and I shall return.
For over 30 years, Wings Over Camarillo has entertained aircraft enthusiasts and history buffs with rare museum pieces that tell their story at 200 miles an hour.
So did you ever fly with fighter escort?
Well, not to begin with, but later on we get P-47s or P-38 Lightnings. And the P-38 Lightnings at first didn't have the range to get up there for us. And they had a civilian advisor over there that showed them with proper power settings you could extend the range on the P-38s so they could accompany us on those missions. We came in from one of the missions where this civilian advisor shot down to zero, and they say, "You know who flew that mission today and shot down to zero? Charles Lindbergh." I remember when I was about 5 years old, I grew up in Nevada, and my folks took me up to Reno, and he'd just flown across the Atlantic on the Spirit of St. Louis, and my folks said, "See, Billy, that man just flew clear across the ocean on the Spirit of St. Louis all alone." Little did I know that he'd be flying fighter cover over me one day.
A lot of people don't know about intelligence officers, but at that time, briefing and debriefing the pilots, and then getting that information up to higher headquarters so that the next mission could have the benefit of what we learned during that particular mission. And we were in Italy, single runways, and the runway was not that long. And at one end was the ocean, and at the other end was the forest. A real ticklish thing to see those pilots take off. They did a good job. We had good pilots. We were trying to prove that blacks could fly and that they could be supported by an all-black organization, and we were as good as anybody else.
That's what the nicest one I've ever seen done.
A 1,000 years from now, people will still be reading about this group of men who had a profound change on America. And because of them, black pilots cannot be found in all the military services flying all types of aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you one of the few men that has gone on to make American history.
Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Somehow, the Commemorative Air Force has taken some of the fastest, most lethal machines of World War II and turned them into tools of education and healing. Part of a good community is dealing with its imperfections. And when this was discovered right in our own backyard, 1,000 people showed up to deal with it head on.
Go, 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 go! There you go!
After negotiating several obstacles, this was the first true sign of masochism. Bungee Hill with sprinklers.
Yeah, see somebody's figured something out here.
All your favorite superheroes are here, including a few I had never heard of.
It's Pepper Tree Man.
It's all in good fun and raising funds for the Pleasant Valley Recreation and Park District.
Oh,
Make no bones about it. The second mud pit is longer and much harder.
Come on! These are on. What a great way to start your relaxing weekend.
Yeah, get a little facial over here, you know?
Mama, look at the Instagram picture.
What?
Here for Instagram.
I got mud in my teeth.
This local landmark, Camarillo Ranch, has become a mainstay for weddings and special events. They also contribute by hosting fundraising events for local charities. This one is for Camarillo Hospice. Well, I'm not sure what I expected at a hospice fundraiser, but this was not it. With a chili cook-off, microbreweries, 3 bands, dancing, and poker in the mule barn, the place was covered. As the event wore on, I realized something. Hospice is not about dying with dignity. It's about living. So what is home? It's where life happens. And life is a gift. So listen to the music, learn from those that preceded us, love those among us, and welcome home.